Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to share with you if I could have one bag, just one bag, from each brand, what would it be? This video comes from Deb at Wild Unfiltered. I watched this on Deb's channel. Deb is fabulous. She is a very good friend of mine and I will link her down below in the description box. And go and check out her video to see what she would choose. And I'm putting off that I don't want to have to choose one bag from each brand because I am a creature of habit. And that means that I stick to the same brands. I'm not very adventurous when it comes to trying a lot of unknown brands or alternative brands, and I kind of stick to what I know. Even with the bag choices, you will see multiples of the same bags in my collection because creature of habit. So the thought of putting it down to one is not the easiest in the world, but we shall do it for the purposes of entertainment, starting with Chanel. Now, the type of bag was easy. A Chanel mini rectangle. That's easy. Which one, Amelia? Because you can't just keep them all. You can't just have all of the Chanel mini rectangles. Why? Because you're cruel and mean. Anyway, let's do this. So I am between three. I've pulled three off the shelves. And number one is the teal mini in caviar in chevron. Chevron is my favourite. I love the colour of this teal, although the other colour is probably my favourite colour, but this is caviar. And caviar is so hard wearing and you can just use this so much that you don't have to worry about it like lambskin, and that's so attractive if I'm only going to have one of these. I also love like this is light gold hardware, that colour I love. The other one is obviously this one that is not going to, there's one more, but is not going to come as a surprise because this is my favourite colour. If this was in caviar, this would be a no-brainer. Although I don't know if the colour would be just as fabulous in caviar, because the thing about lambskin is it definitely saturates colour better and takes coloured bags better than caviar. I could nearly get that sentence out. But if this was caviar and still had the same colour, that would be the dream. But it's not, and we are where we are. Teal, caviar, raspberry, lambskin, both chevron because that is my favourite. And number three of these that's really pulling me, although, you know, I'm looking at the little sequins, black sequins down there too. I love that bag as well, and I get a lot of wear out of that because it's a black background. But then I really love this one. This is one of my favourite bags. But if I'm only going to have one, I did look at the rose gold mini as well because she's so usable as a neutral. But if I'm going to have one, I can't choose you, so I'm going to have to choose a leather. And I'm between these two. And if I'm cheating, I'm keeping both. But if we need one from each brand, I'm probably going to go for a caviar Chanel mini. And it's just because caviar is so durable and wearable. I probably prefer the look of this in this lambskin and in this colour. But just knowing if I had one and how much I'm going to have to use it if I'm not rotating all of these bags, I'm going to go for a caviar mini. And the one that I have is teal, so I'm going to go for this one. Although the rules of this are you don't have to have the bag. So if I could get a caviar chevron in this type of colour that really kept the colour, I'm going to take that one. I do have it in the raspberry, but I love pink instead. I love this one better. So probably this. It's on the floor. I know, I dropped the luxury, sorry. Probably this, the teal caviar, because teal Chanel mini rectangle for me, so usable. Fabulous, fabulous bags. Really regret that they stopped making them in caviar in about 2018, I think. But yeah, Chanel, this is what I'm going for as my one bag. Number two is Louis Vuitton, and Louis Vuitton is the bag that I found the hardest to do. Even though Chanel was difficult because I was choosing which Chanel mini rectangle I would want as my one bag, I knew it was the Chanel mini rectangle. That was pretty easy. Louis Vuitton for me is harder because there are more different styles of bags that I absolutely love, and I found this very hard to choose one. If I'm choosing one, it's going to have to be the Neverfull. Now this is my old one, which I keep talking about trying to get repaired, and I need to get around to doing that. This is the old GM in the monogram. I have a new one which is downstairs with all my work stuff in it. It's the exact same bag, only with the pink interior. So if I can only have one bag from Louis Vuitton, despite the capucines behind me, all of the fancy Louis Vuitton bags behind me, it's going to be the Neverfull. I love it. It's so usable. I use it every day to work. It's my constant companion, ride or die. Such a good bag. I am going to keep one of these. But what broke my heart a little bit, not to be dramatic, because obviously this is first world problems at their best, but what broke my heart a little bit, if we're owning it on this handbag luxury channel, because that's what we're here for, was leaving the petite malle. This bag has my heart. I just adore. Every time I look at this, I look at the dings and the scratches that I've put on her, but we'll not go there. I love this bag. This bag comes so many places with me, hence the dings and the scratches, and just speaks to my heart and my soul, and just a vibe in a moment. And if picking one Louis Vuitton was the hardest because I didn't get to pick this. I know in my day-to-day life I need the Neverfull, need being relative, but I need the Neverfull. This I don't need, but I love it. And this was the hardest decision because this bag, chef's kiss, fabulous level. Number 3 is Dior, and this was the one that I struggled not to pick. I love this wee thing. It's the mini saddlebag in this very bright pink colour. It's just cool. It's vibe. It's total vibe. Love it. Absolutely love it. And it's just, when you carry this, it's not very usable. You can get your phone in as long as you don't mind your phone poking out. It does close, but the phone's poking out. And you've to Tetris in your card and your key. So it's not easy to use, but it's fabulous. It's just a moment. But the one that I don't think I can go past is this. And it's this jungle set. But then look at the pink. I know, but I've other pink. This is difficult. I know, but I'm going to pick other pink, I think. So this, it's the sequence in this and the tiger and the jungle scene. And I can't imagine if I am choosing one Dior bag to keep. And I know it can be one I don't have, but I can't imagine not keeping this one because this bag is so special. And I just, yeah, this is the one for Dior. Hermes. And I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but I only have one Hermes bag. Only. Poor me, smallest violin in the world. Like, that is first world problems. But the Hermes Birkin. So, here was the dilemma. One bag from each brand, but you don't have to own it. We all know I'm a bit obsessed with the Mini Kelly, but the Mini Kelly's super, super expensive on the resale market. Not saying this wasn't, but the Mini Kelly is a lot more than what the Birkin was. This Birkin is 25 Togo Rose Papri in the Palladium hardware. Love it. I went the resale market, so as I could say to a reseller, I want that bag. No other bag, that bag. I want that leather, that colour, that hardware, that size, nothing else. Exactly that. And I was not prepared to wait to get an alternative, to buy other things. I just wanted to go and buy this, and that's what I did. So I'm between this and sacrificing this. And Meredith wants the bag twin of this, so I could send her to live with Meredith. And taking a hypothetical Mini Kelly, that's my dilemma on this. And you can see much I actually pretend this is real in my head when I'm doing these videos. And the Mini Kelly I just think is really cool, and I think I would use it a lot, and I think it would be really vibey. I'm really stuck on this. If I made this video, I'm filming this before I go to New York. I'm hoping to see a Mini Kelly in real life in New York. When I see the Mini Kelly, it might have been a more informed decision, and I might have made another different decision. For this video though, at this stage, right now today, I'm going to keep the Birkin because I've never seen a Mini Kelly, and it might not. It's small. I have the mini capucines, which I think is similar. Oh, I'm not keeping that. I'm keeping the Neverfull. See how cyclical things are and all ripple effect and all of that. I still think I'm keeping the Birkin because that's what I chose to buy, and not swapping it out for a Mini Kelly. Although I think a Mini Kelly would be fabulous, and I think I would use it a lot, and I don't think I would care that it's very small and not very usable. This one's tough. This one is tough. Let me know what you think. Gucci, and I'm keeping the Super Mini. I have another Gucci bag now. I have the Boston bag in the blooms, which I actually took on a family trip to Legoland. It was the only bag that I took. That's what I wore the whole time we were there, and it was very light and easy to use with the boys in the theme park. But if I'm keeping one, I'm keeping this because of the colour of it. I just love the multicoloured nature of it. I love that it is the Super Mini. I was out a few weekends ago with Bestie for a big night out, what he would call the biggest night of the year, and I took the chain off this and wore it as a belt bag. I was going to wear my Basile belt bag, but it's bigger and I wanted something very small. It called for something very small and light. So I took the chain off this and DIY'd it around me into a belt bag, and it was fabulous. And this is the one that I'm going to keep because I do love this little Fendi. The Deal and the Meredith. And on my wish list is a mini baguette. I just don't know which one yet. I love both of these. Really love them both. If I'm going to keep one though, if I'm keeping one Fendi bag, out of all the Fendi bags, even the ones I don't own, it's this. It's definitely a sequenced not mini baguette, regular baguette. I think these are really cool and such a vibe, and I'm keeping the purple. Not because I don't love and adore Meredith. I do. In all ways. But the purple is the original Sex and the City baguette. It's the one that carried. It's just got so much connotations to it. I'm going to keep the Birkin, which is basically the same colour as this. So I have a pink bag if I'm keeping one. Don't have purple. Yeah, this, I love this. I love this purple rain sequence baguette. I don't think I'd ever sell this bag. Even if I went through a full year or 2 years and didn't use it. I just can't see me ever letting it go. I think it's absolutely fabulous. And the last brand that I have in my collection, and I'm sticking with the ones that I have so as I can have a little bit of knowledge of what I'm talking about, is Prada. And the bag that I'm keeping is the one that I have. And I use this so much. I am not somebody that's drawn to Prada bags all that much. There's not that many of them that I see that really grab me. But this one has been such a good buy. I bring this bag out every summer. Her little raffiness, she was not overly expensive. She wasn't cheap, she's a Prada bag. But per luxury standards, she was not that expensive. The exchange from euro to sterling worked really well on her. I think I had points as well for Brown Thomas. She has been so used. Her cost to wear would be very low. I've never used the strap or the little pouch. It's not even in there anymore. There are other, what's that? There are other things in there, but I've never actually used the strap on this. I carry this bag under my arm normally, like this, and the chain drop works really well. For some of these bags are like that, and I find that so uncomfortable and so unattractive. But this one is a really good length, and I also just sometimes hand carry and swing her about. So if I'm keeping a Prada bag, it's this one. It's the one I have. I think this is a fabulous bag. I've got so much use out of it. It's my summer ride or die bag, and yeah, even whenever the Raffiette Chanel came along, which is this one, which I did wear not that long ago, this a lot of people thought would be knocked off its perch, but no, still love it. And this is the Prada bag that is staying with me in my one bag from each brand collection. So those are my picks if I could keep one bag from each brand and have a one bag per brand collection. Let me know what you think. Are there some that you are appalled that I left behind? Are there some that you think are the right choices? I'm sure I'm going to get a little bit of feedback on picking the Neverfull from Louis Vuitton. Let me know your choices and let me know what you think in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching this. If you've enjoyed it in any way, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.